I was going to hang my email today on the Far East, and in particular Kuala Lumpur, where I grew up in my teenage years. Some of you may have seen the drama Singapore Grip on Sundays. I was particularly looking forward to it, but it's not quite lived up to expectations. However, I was excited to recognise a building in the series, and so I googled it and found that in fact they'd filmed it in KL and used a house called Carcosa, which I recognised as the main house of the drama. We used to go there for parties in the 80s when it was still the British High Commissioner's house in those days. But then running this morning on Woodbury Common, which looks a little African savanna-ish in the summer, and no, it didn't look like that today. It was a bit wetter, that's for sure. And listening to Tears for Fears, I know that shows my age, I was taken back to my first job post-uni, working in Africa for British American Tobacco in Zimbabwe. And then my now wife Sarah brought me the album Seeds of Love when she came out to visit me at Christmas when I was tobacco farming. That Christmas on a holiday we went to Bumi Hills on Lake Kariba, and it was amazing. Since I left Zimbabwe, well, you know the story. The tobacco farm I worked on was taken off the owners. The country is and still remains in a precarious situation. We've still got friends in Zim. Some still farm, having survived the land reclamation policies. Bumi Hills has, throughout the last 30 years, thrived and continues to do so today, as it's always done, with excellent service and amazing game drives. So what does all that teach us? What has it taught me this morning? Really, perspective. Economically, Zimbabwe's had about as hard a time as any country in the world over the last 25 years. But still some businesses have survived and thrived. Bumi Hills is a shining example. And Perseverance, the people that stayed in Zimbabwe decided to stay there and persevere. It was their home, their business. They wanted to make it work against the odds. We don't face that same crisis that Zimbabweans have had to and continue to live through, but we obviously do have our own battles. I've spent the last couple of weeks talking to lots of you. The one thing that strikes me is the perspective and perseverance that you all show when we talk. Even agents that have had to close their businesses, sadly, are already working on relaunching differently, but still as a travel agent. And that really gives me hope that everyone's really focused on getting through this. We are dedicated to helping you thrive in the post-COVID era. There will be changes, and your online presence and activity will be more important and crucial than ever. Our mission is to help you succeed, and we're here to do that. Have a great weekend.